I love giving those commands. It's so cool. All right, so if you can hear in the background, that is Charlie Wilson. I'm blessed. That is the theme of my week, of my life. I am claiming it, babies. I am just in a spirit of gratefulness, of thankfulness, and I'm blessed. Yes, I'm blessed. Yes. And I know he sprinkled some tea in. This is always want to talk to me when I'm doing a live. And that was just random as hell. So I apologize for that. But no, this track it's got to be at least like 3 or 4 years old. But it's timeless. It puts me in a good mood. It helps to put me in a good mind space. And I remember what's important more than anything. And it's that I'm here. All right, I'm here and I'm blessed. I'm thankful. I'm so grateful. So I know that I'm a day off, all right, because it happens sometimes, all right. Ash be having work to do, and then stuff be overdue, and then stuff be underdue, and we got to do what we got to do. So I apologize for not doing my top 3s on yesterday, Tuesday. Because typically I like to do them on Tuesdays. That's kind of been what the consensus is you guys like to actually have me do the top 3s on a Tuesday. So I apologize. I can say when I'm wrong. I'm not one of those people that can't admit when they wrong, want to blame everybody else. It's everybody else's fault that you were wrong in whatever meaning. Okay, so top 3s for this week. So this is my 7th week plant-based. And it's not impossible. It's not impossible at all. And out of everything, it really just kind of helped to get me back to basics and just the basic building blocks of eating healthy, knowing how to eat healthy, knowing what times to eat healthy, what times to eat, period, really, not just to eat healthy, you know. Because I fell off a couple of times. I ain't gonna lie. We had some Chinese food last week. I think it was last week we had some Chinese food. And I'm fairly confident those Chinese people use real eggs. So I confess, it was all on me. I'll be the first one to tell y'all, you know what, I messed up. I'll be the first one to tell it. So outside of that, and then the Snickers, you know, them Snickers was good. Snickers was good. I love me a good Snickers. I love a good Snickers bar. And I had some minis, and I had some Snickers fun size, and I had some full size Snickers. It was like, you know what? Why not just go all the way in, Ash? Why not? So plant-based, this is week 7. So 7 weeks plant-based. It's not impossible. There are things that I need to improve on, obviously. But it's definitely a good starting place for me. So giving up seafood and fish, and you know, we in the South, you know what I'm saying? Giving up some good catfish. Oh no, you know. Shout out to One Great Vegan. She has amazing recipes that look just so freaking easy. And right around maybe like the 3rd or 4th week, she had posted up a recipe for, I think it was like, I forgot, they're like giant cauliflower blossoms, or I'm probably getting it wrong altogether. But shout out to One Great Vegan. If y'all are not already checking onegreatvegan.com, and if you're not following her across social media, you missing out. That's all I'm saying. You missing out. All right, because I've tried several of her recipes, and I love the fact that they're simple. The average person that can just follow directions can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. But yeah, 7 weeks plant-based, not impossible. I definitely have a lot of places that need to improve. And I'm working on that. I'm working on getting there. It's a work in progress. God ain't done with me yet. Not done yet. Oh my gosh, who saw Mortal Kombat this weekend? I saw Mortal Kombat, y'all. Okay, so I got to say this, all right, because a lot of people gave me a lot of flack online when I was like, oh my gosh, I love Mortal Kombat, and I remember playing it as a kid, and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Overall, it was a great movie. Overall. However, they did have little portions and parts of the movie where you're like, you know what? That don't even make damn sense. I don't believe that this person just did that and then these two were tied together. Don't make sense to me. So the story needed a few more layers. It needed a few more layers to really solidify and make it believable. So there are parts of the story, and like I said, I never give away stories because I just know that some people are actually going to go and watch it. So I don't give away things. But in my personal opinion, the plot of the movie could have been deeper. They could have really delved right into it really deep. But the end result of it was not a horrible movie. The special effects, oh my gosh. The special effects were crazy, y'all. Crazy. Honestly, I went into watching this movie with a closed mind, which I try not to do. I try not to do that. I try to be open-minded to everything. But I went into it with a closed mind, and as soon as stuff started blowing up and people was just getting sliced in half, I was like, oh, snap. It's all the way real. Yes. Okay, I'm a 90s kid. I played Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, all of that stuff. Finish him. I kept saying that like throughout the movie, like, finish him. You know, yeah, I was doing that shit. But in the midst of it, I was doing it. Overall, good movie. Great movie. The casting, I thought, was really good, really awesome. The costumes were amazing. I love the costuming. The choreography was on point. I was like, yo, you know what? If some stuff hit the... Where's Scorpion at? Where's Scorpion at? You know? Overall, great movie. I enjoyed it. I loved it. If you haven't already checked it out, go check it out and have your own personal opinion on it. This is me, myself, speaking on what I felt about this particular movie. I liked it. Would I watch it again? I would. I would. The special effects, the graphics, the costuming, the dialogue, you know, it could have used some more leg. It could have been a little deeper. They could have dug deeper on in there, but, you know, what they gave us was a good product. So kudos to the team, because also I'm probably looking at this from the production standpoint of it. And you guys know that I have a really big background with production and television and movies and all these different things. So while we're sitting up and watching a 2-hour movie, I'm thinking of all the hours that they had to be out in the wilderness, all the hours that they had to be sitting on their feet and waiting for the film crew to come through. And then on top of that, they're dealing with COVID. Assuming they're dealing with COVID. I don't know, man. Maybe it was filmed before COVID. I don't know. Either way, there is so much that goes into making a movie, and people don't realize it. So when they're so harsh and critical of these movies, just like Coming to America, the sequel, everybody's like, oh my God, that was the worst movie. I'm like, it was not a bad movie. It was not a bad movie at all. Again, the costuming, the location, the scenery, the details, amazing, groundbreaking, mind-altering, incredible, absolutely incredible. But again, the same situation, could have been a deeper story, could have been a way deeper story. But Mortal Kombat, I enjoyed it, I loved it, and go check it out for yourself to have your own honest opinion. But I'm just putting my little 2 cents out there. And last but certainly not least, for those of you that follow me across social media at One Love Ash, you know, the number one, LOVEASH. This is something that I knew that eventually I was going to have to admit it to myself, but then I was also going to have to admit that to y'all. I am obsessed with succulents. Oh my gosh. They're my favorite type of plants. They're my favorites. I do so much running around. I'm always here, there, a little bit of everywhere. And because of that, sometimes things get left to the wind. My plants, my babies. I've been traveling for the last 3 years. I've lived in like 4 different cities in those 3 years. And it's a lot just getting up and moving, and you don't really have anything solid or like an actual like place to be. And so having a plant never really was an option. And so now that I'm actually at a spot where I'm like, you know what? I could have a plant and I want them all. So I like to get very unique looking plants. I want very unique succulents. So They're off camera right now, so I'm looking at, hey babies, my babies, it's my babies. So I've got a couple of snake plants. They're not succulents per se, but they're in like the succulent family because the more you ignore them, the more that they grow. I don't know, it's just one of the things. I got a random succulent from Etsy. When I ordered another succulent, I got these ruby slippers. I've got a chocolate soldier. Yeah, it sounds really crazy, but that's the nickname. It's called a chocolate soldier. I'm serious. Google all this stuff. So I got ruby slippers, chocolate soldier, another random succulent that they didn't really give a name to. I got a peach. It's like it's not necessarily a flowering succulent, but it's a peach color. And then I have campfire. It's a campfire succulent that basically it's green. It has these long green leaves, and at the end of the leaves, they're red. Really, really cool. Let's see. What else do I have over here? I got some lithops, y'all. I know y'all like, what the heck is a lithop, Ash? It's a really cool plant. And I've got a Tradescantia zebrina. I'm probably screwing up the name, but it's called like Tradescantia zebrina. And it's really cool. I went to the grocery store like 2 weeks ago and I saw this plant. I was like, oh my gosh, I want this plant. But I didn't have no room for it. And I was like, I can't just clip a piece of it because that's like stealing. Not like stealing, it's stealing. So I went on Etsy to find the plant just to get a clipping because I've got these cute little pots and I could just fit one in a pot. That works perfect. It's not as big and bulky and I don't have to find room for it and all that other stuff. So I did that. But yes, the leaves are beautiful. And like I said, I'll do, I don't know, I guess a plant garden tour. Oh my gosh, it sounds like fun, you guys. Sounds like so much fun. But yeah, the Tradescantia zebrina is my baby. I also got a pilea, which I've been looking forward to getting for the longest. And I got the lithops. And lithops are also called living stones. So they're little flat succulents that look like pebbles. The weirdest thing. But I love it because it's weird. It's strange. You don't see this stuff every day. So that's what really, like, I'm so excited about. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got my lithops. So let's see if we can keep these lithops alive. That's the goal. That's the whole game plan, is to keep these damn lithops alive. Everybody stay alive, all right? I'm not going to do no more oil stuff because it was like 3 weeks ago I decided, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to slick them down. They're going to be cute and all this stuff. Don't do that. Do not do that to your succulents. They're going to be mad as hell, and they're going to show you how mad they're going to get. I'm learning. I'm still learning. But I love my succulents. So I am obsessed with succulents. But not just succulents just to say, oh, I've got a succulent. It's got to be a unique succulent. It's got to be some stuff that you can't see at a store. It's got to be something that is absolutely amazing. And I just love them. I love them, love them, love them. Love them. So yeah, so that's my top 3 for this week. Those are my top 3s for this week. And I just want to say that I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the movement, which is ashsaidit.com, ashsaidit.com. Shout out to everybody that downloads the podcast. Ash Said It. I can't talk. Ash Said It Daily. The Ash Said It Daily podcast is available across all media platforms. All right. From iTunes, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Did I say Spotify already? Yeah. It's on everything. If you just search Ash Said It Daily, it's going to pull up. It's a real cool, fun podcast program. It's not 12 hours long. Okay. Straight to the point. And it's just an amazing show that absolutely has saved me and absolutely helped to give me purpose in this world. So I'm thankful for it. And I'm thankful that everyone that has come through has dropped some good wisdom and some good vibrations and some good vibes. So that's the story. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Have a good rest of your day. I love y'all. Deuces.